Just decided to do a very quick review of the Elite Creature Collectibles Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. This came in today, it's number 111, and the rumour is that there are around 400 made. It says out of 700 on the certificate, but that's never usually the case with ECC and Cinemaquette. They usually they intend to make that many, but they actually make them to order. So yeah, around 400 we're led to believe. Pretty amazing piece, to be honest. It's huge. The base, I think, is a bit too big, if I'm being totally honest. It's a bit unnecessary. This section over here, I don't know, I would just wish it was a little bit smaller. It makes it quite difficult to display. You've got the plaque, which has got a magnet, and there's obviously a magnet in the base. That's nice, little touch. You've got the light up feature under here, which, as you can see, it's got that sort of forced perspective shot of Freddy at the end there. That's pretty cool. And the sweater is awesome. It's really nicely weathered. It's quite dirty. It's got some black marks on it. It's got tears in it. It is stuck in certain places. It's stuck to the chest right there. It doesn't seem to be stuck anywhere else, and it's quite, you know, you can move it around. So that's pretty decent. Go to the hand, real glove. Apparently the buckle's not accurate. I might try and do that at some stage. That's supposed to be over the top of this flap here, and then the bead is supposed to be somewhere else. I'm going to look into that. The only thing that I find a little bit strange about this bust is the position of the knives, or sorry, the fingers on the gloves. I'm not sure if actually his gloves would be able to bend that much because of the steel or copper, whatever material it is. These are actually metal, but I just think that these bits here where they're curved, I don't think that's actually possible because they've got the bolts there. I'm pretty sure when he kills, he just sort of moves his fingers up and down. They are slightly sort of posable, but you've got his fingers in the glove, so they can't move that well. And this finger pretty much doesn't even reach. His finger doesn't actually reach the end of the bit that makes his finger move. Sorry, the knife. Pretty awesome paint job. It's translucent resin, so when light hits it, it's supposed to act like a skin effect, and it's pretty decent. The eyes on mine are green, I guess. In some lights they do look blue, but they look pretty damn good, to be honest. The teeth, I think, are probably cast in the same material as the rest of the bust. Let's take the hat off, I might be able to get a bit more light in there, but yeah, it's very cool. I'm a massive fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. I know most of them are not good films. I think the first part is one of my favourite horror films and one of my favourite films of all time in general. Part 2, I don't mind it. It's not as bad as what some people make out. Part 3 is my second favourite, and I think it's probably, apart from the first one, definitely a highlight of the series, and then it kind of went downhill from there until we did Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Part 7, which I also thought was pretty decent. So, yeah, pretty decent bust. It's not cheap, quite difficult to display, but they've done a very, very good job. Let me just take the hat off. You see all the burnt details in the skin. There you go. Awesome sculpt. Mitch Devine, or Devine, whatever his name is, did a fantastic job on this. Really well done. Nice paint job. My girlfriend said the skin is absolutely disgusting, and she's right, it is quite gross. Just showing all the details around there. This might be one of those busts that's very difficult to get hold of. It might be a bit like the Lycan from Underworld, which is quite sought after bust, and the price has gone up quite a lot. And I think these are sold out most places. So yeah, it might be difficult to get hold of. One thing I will say actually before I finish off, the jumper does have a hole in the sleeve, but you have to pull the arm down quite a lot, pull the arm of the jumper down quite a lot before you find the hole, and then you put the peg that's on the arm through the hole and then plug it into the base. This also, the main torso also has a pole which plugs into a hole on the base as well. So overall, pretty amazing job by Elite Creature Collectibles again. Very, very impressed. Easily the standout in my collection, without a doubt. And a bit too scary for my son that's on his way, I think. Might have to either put this away until he's old enough to be around such atrocities. I don't really want my son to turn out to be a serial killer. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good weekend.